Okay, now we are starting. Oh my goodness gracious. Something has changed in my software and I think I need a tutorial. Oh golly. Oh well, it's not your problem. Hello and welcome. We are having our mid-Monday makeover with Michelle. Too much alliteration. I'm Michelle Fox, Mary Kay, independent beauty consultant, and we are having some fun with some fall colors. Before we do anything, there are a couple of kind of housekeeping things, I guess we'll say. First, it is proper Facebook Live video etiquette for you to say hi, to even if you're just watching for a few seconds, to just drop in and say, I'll come back later, or if you're watching the replay, to put hashtag replay. Let me know where you're watching from, or if you have another consultant, who your awesome consultant is, if you are excited about these eye colors, or if you love learning new application techniques, something so that we are interacting. Because while it is true that I'm just talking to myself in a room, somehow it doesn't seem quite as weird when I see people talking to me. So that's part of it. But also, just looking back at my videos that are more successful and that people seem to get more out of, the more interaction, the more successful the videos. And so it just is really helpful when you just say hi, give us an emoji, just interact in some way that you feel comfortable. It just makes it more fun, and I think it helps other people to see it and encourages them to engage as well. So that's just a little training on how to watch a video. You've probably heard it before. The other thing is, before we start with the look, I wanted to announce that Mary Kay Corporate has started this really, really cool. I don't know if it's really a contest, but it's a giveaway. And if you are a hostess in the month of October for your consultant, your name will go into a drawing where every week hundreds of prizes are given away. And then the last week of October, I believe it's 250 designer bags per seminar, which would mean 1,000 designer bags, in addition to the already hundreds of prizes are going to be given away. So talk to your consultant about it. Say, hey, what's up with this hostess giveaway that Mary Kay is doing? I want in. And if your hostess is not aware of it, you could refer her back to this video and just have her comment, say, hey, contact me about the giveaway. I need some information, and I'll get a hold of her and let her know what's going on. Okay. So, okay, my nose is itchy all of a sudden. So today we're doing pumpkin spice. Let me show you that while I have my glasses on. So aren't these gorgeous? Burnished bronze, shiny penny, candlelight, and biscotti. The only one that is matte in that little group is biscotti. So we are going to chat about that again. Also, don't let me forget, I have a special offer going on if you buy the 4 eye colors. So, but we'll chat about that at the end. It'll make more sense. Um, Last week, well, every time that I do this, I talk about how mature eyes such as mine do better with matte than with shimmer. So these combinations are usually 3 or even 4 shimmers and hardly any matte. So it's been a little bit of a struggle for me to figure out, how to show these because my pride, I don't want you to see my crepey eyes. But so today I started out with my normal matte colors. And what I want to do is show you a couple of kind of fun things. First, I'm going to add these colors, and it's going to show you how you can add just a little bit of shimmer here and there strategically, so that if you do have crepey, downturned, or hooded eyes, that you can play with shimmer without drawing attention to that. So that's good news. Also, if you are intimidated by dark, bright, shimmery, or by working with a variety of colors, what I'm going to show you today is very, very simple, and it uses very little product. So I think that there will be a pocket of people that feel like, oh, I could do that. If that's all it is, I think I could do that. So, I think that we'll be tapping into a couple different areas there. And then the rest of you that have gorgeous eyes have no issues at all. You'll still get to see the colors, okay? And I think at the very end, I might just go ahead and put some of the shiny penny on on all over because it's gorgeous. I mean, it's not good for me all over because it will make me look droopy, but it's just such a pretty stinking color that you got to see it all over. Okay, here we go. So one of the colors that they feature is biscotti, and that is a matte color. I use it all the time. I already have some on, so I'm going to apply a little bit more and talk to you about that. Um, I am using the all over eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to reapply it. I already have some on, but I'm going to put some underneath my brow and then on my lid just above my lashes. And what I love about biscotti is that, oh my God, flip my mirror, is that, nope, that's too much. Um, let's see here. Here we go. It is a light highlight that will, go with anything. If you want it to be just a real sheer wash of color without, a ton of drama, you can just put it on, like I said, just a sheer wash. If you want there to be a lot of drama, then you can really pack or pat it on and it will look very white and it will give you a lot of drama. So there's just a lot of flexibility with it, and it is very smooth. The Chroma Fusion eye colors have been such a godsend. They are really easy to work with. They're really smooth and they blend well. They're 12-hour color. So I just kind of reapplied a little more of the biscotti to the areas that I had already put them because it's matte. So I use this all the time. I did it a little bit under my brow and a little bit just above my lash line on my lids. So that's simple. I always do that. Now we're getting into the more complex issues. I'm going to show you how to use this really cool thing today. This is I referred to it last week with the spoolie. I was talking about the spoolie part of it last time. But this time we're going to actually use the other end, which is the liner brush. Let's see. I'm terrible at figuring out where to put my hand in conjunction with the camera. So this has just like a really tiny, fine, pointy, okay, I'm going to get better at this, edge so that you can do, it's like rubbing your head and patting your belly, so that you can do a fine line when you line your eyes with a powder. So here's my thought. I thought that I would line top and bottom with Shiny Penny because it's light. Well, here, we'll just do it. Because it is a light, bright shimmer, even though you're just using such a small amount, you can still, see it pretty well. It has a wow factor. It's a lot lighter than what I would usually use for a liner, but I am going to go back and add something else to it. So I'm primarily using this just as a fun splash of color, basically. A way for me to add some color in spite of the fact that I typically would not use this much shimmer. And you saw me just pat that off. Since I want to deposit a nice line that is very visible, so I'm using a lot of product. But, when I pack it on and then I start tapping, I can easily get those particles in my eye, and nobody likes that. So I load it up, but then I tap off the excess so that it's less likely to get into my eye. And everything is ophthalmologist tested, so it's not going to do any damage. It's just, everybody knows how irritating that is. Okay, so it's very, very subtle. This is called Shiny Penny. I always call it Lucky Penny because we had a similar color by that name. I've been doing this for so long that, yeah, the mind plays tricks. And notice how I'm coming up from above. This is just one strategy for getting it really close to my lash line. It is, everybody has their own technique kind of for dealing with, the opposite side. You've got one side that's kind of easy because you've got your dominant hand, and the other side that poses a challenge. And as much as I try to remember not to pull, I do need to anchor sometimes my eye in place so that it's not, moving. Okay, we're not going to do too much with that. So this, like I said, it's super subtle at this point, but we'll come back and put a little bit more of that on in a bit. I'm going to save the candlelight for the very end. So now we're going to do burnished bronze. It is a much more lovely color than I ever dreamed. I don't know why I haven't ever used it before. It's just funny that I assumed that I had, but I have not. It's a really rich, beautiful, chocolatey color, and it's got the shimmer in it, and it's just a really beautiful color. So I'm using the smudger brush, which has a tighter head on it, and I'm going to teach you how to add drama with a dot. So we're getting that right on the tip of this brush, and we are going to add a darker color in the outer corner by putting a dot basically where we want the outer edge of that, let's see, the outer corner where we want the outer edge of that corner to be is where we're going to put the dot. And what's cool about this is that most of us don't have a lot of crepiness like right in this area here, like maybe out a little farther, but not right, at the end of the brow bone. So you can evaluate that yourself. I think we're all a little bit different, but I was like, okay, I'm willing to put some shimmer, right here toward the end. But this is a cool technique that I saw. So simple. So you are really just putting a dot. And again, I think I need even more product. You want to use a lot of product for this one. I feel like I'm not getting enough. So each time I'm just putting a dot. I think I had as much on that little sample thing left as I thought I did. Dot on this side. So I'm kind of deciding where I want that to end out there. Dot, dot, dot. You see what a pretty color that is? It's just it's a very rich, pretty color. Hopefully you can see that. It's not, a lot of times when I do this last color, I'm using like hot fudge or espresso. Those are mattes. So you can really see this dot really, really well. I'm not sure if you guys can see this as well. Hopefully you can, but I think you'll get the gist. So I'm just having like a dot of color. Then I'm going to take a wider, looser brush, the all over eyeshadow brush, and I'm just kind of spreading that out. Let's see. I need to get off my biscotti. Otherwise, we're not going to have a good color payoff. All right, so then I'm just kind of spreading out that color from the dot right there on each side. So in other words, instead of having to, create a V or a 7 or an arrowhead or anything fancy like that, I'm just putting the dot on the outer edge, and then I'm taking a wider brush and I'm just kind of feathering it in. But I do feel like I need more color. I'm gonna, let's see, what shall I do? Nope, that's not it. Let's see if I can get a little more here. I have I think 5 different matte eye colors on already. Last time I came on without any eye colors, and I thought, let's just kind of start with something so that we don't have to do the whole shoot and match just to try to keep it moving a little more quickly. But I should probably not have put anything dark in that outer corner. All right. And then I also was going to use that bronze with the same liner to go underneath part of the Lucky Penny. Just like the outer, maybe third. So that it's giving it a little darker. How I said, like normally I wouldn't use something as light or bright as shiny penny, shiny penny to line with. So this is giving it a little more body. It's giving it a little more depth, and then bringing that out a bit, like I showed you last time. And we'll do that on the other side. And then we're going to do candlelight, which is so pretty. And then I'll probably wrap it up by putting Shiny Penny on all over so that you can just kind of see what it really looks like, because it's so pretty. And you'll also see the difference between my eyes with all matte compared to shimmer. And that will humble me. It's always good to be humble. But I don't know if it's because I'm in natural light. I've got my windows are right here, whereas in my bedroom it's really dark. But like when I was working with the burnished bronze earlier this week, it's a nice dark color, but in here it just hardly seems like it's showing up. I'm not sure what is the dealio, but I just do like it. It's a really pretty color. All right, so here's the fun thing with candlelight. Candlelight is a shimmer, but it's sort of like a pearl to me. It's not super, like the particles aren't really reflective. They seem more finely milled. And so I don't mind having that just a little bit, like right in the center of my lid, even though my lid is a little bit grapey. So what I'm going to do is use my finger and so load up some of that candlelight right on my finger and just use my finger to apply it just in the center of my lid. And I want to really pat that in so that it gets in all the little nooks and crannies. That also is going to help it not to look too, not to attract too much attention to the crepiness. Here we go. Candlelight. This one is really, really pretty. I mean, this can be used, you know, as a highlight anywhere. Very pretty. Anytime that I add this, people ask me what I have on my eyes. Okay, and then I need to clean off the smudger brush because it's also amazing how this little maneuver adds so much. But just to take the smudger brush and add it to your tear duct. Okay, so I did all of them, right? Biscotti, Shiny Penny, Burnished Bronze, Candlelight. So I've added them just ever so slightly to the matte colors that I already had on. And I showed you how just using just a little bit of each color, you know, still gave, you know, did something a little fun and different with my eyes. Now, I will put on, you know what I should do? Let me get another, do I have it? I might not have it nearby. I'll put the Lucky Penny on all over. I was going to get a burnished bronze to put that on all over, but I think it's in a different room. Okay. And this is purely so that you can see it better and so that you can see what shimmer looks like compared to not shimmer on my eyes. I think anytime I've ever had anybody try Lucky, oh, shoot, Shiny Penny, um, they've purchased it. It's just such a fun color. It's so let's see. This is my Shiny Penny, and then this side is matte. I don't know if you can see, but even though I love the color, the more reflective the pieces are, the more it will draw attention to the fact that my eyes aren't entirely smooth. So that's why, generally speaking, I don't use anything with shimmer. And again, I think well, I know if I didn't have anything on my eyes, you would get an even better idea of what this color looks like. But I think that you can still see it pretty well. Isn't that pretty? So that is Shiny Penny. Let me see if I can get very much of that burnished bronze. I'm going to look so ridiculous. Put that on the side. I just want you to really be able to see these pretty colors. They really are. And what's fun about them, they're warm. I mean, they're warm colors, but like I have a cool berry lip and I've got a cool tone shirt. So, the day of having to, keep all your undertones the same is done. You can really just kind of mix and match as you like. So this is a combination of so many different things. So really, what's my point? I don't know. I'm just playing, I guess. Oh my gosh. I just love these colors. Isn't that pretty? Ugh, all right, I better stop playing. I'm just going to end up making a mess. All right, so let's go back to my special. So I will show you the colors again so you can see them in their original form. They are just so pretty. So the special that I'm doing, and since this is my business page, I'm sharing this for my customers. If you're not my customer, I'm sure that your consultant would work out something for you. But right now, I'm offering, if you purchase the four eye colors, and it doesn't have to be these four, it can be any four eye colors. If you purchase four eye colors, then you can get that little palette to put them in free. If you haven't ever purchased color from Mary Kay, it's a little different. And I know that it can be super confusing at first because it looks like you would just buy that palette as is, like, it would come with those four colors in it. But that's not how it works. Each color is purchased separately, and then the palette is purchased separately. The colors come in a little clamshell package, and you can just keep that in there, that's fine. It's a recyclable little package. Or you can get a compact to put the colors in. The colors in the compact are magnetic, so you don't have to fill the compact all at once. So that's nice. They're not going to slide around. There are different size compacts, so it depends on, how much color you want in your life. And what's really nice is that then we are able to make really sturdy, long lasting compacts. So you're not, putting that in the landfill every time you finish off one of the colors. You know what I'm talking about? When you buy the drugstore, four colors in the compact and you run out of your favorite one, then you have to buy the whole thing again because you can't just replace just one. Whereas with this, you can. The idea is that you can individually swap out and replace as needed. So ultimately, it's a very cool thing to have. Initially, sometimes it's kind of like, oh gosh, I have to buy the compact and all this. So I like to kind of make that a little easier on you. So the eye colors are $8 each. They last a long time because there's great color payoff. There's very little fallout. And the little mini palette is $8 as well. If you purchased four eye colors, any four eye colors, then you would get the palette as a free gift. I've got some additional offers that I will post on my business page, but that's just something I wanted to mention for today. And so let me know what you think of these colors, some of the little tips that I mentioned. If you've got some ideas, I would love to hear it, especially I would love to hear your thoughts on how you work with different colors. Like last week, how we had like a green and a purple and a brown. How do you work with colors that aren't the traditional light, medium, dark? When they're like totally different color realms. And also, how do you work with colors when they're all shimmers? I've always heard that to balance that you should have like matte shimmer or something like that. But when they're all shimmer, that's kind of like too much. It's like overkill. But I'm noticing that more and more, the colors that are put together have tons of shimmer. So this is new to me as well. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you have any pictures or anything that you'd like to post, that's super fun. It's really helpful to other people that are choosing color to see it on you. If you have a favorite look, a favorite eye color, lip gloss, whatever, anytime that you post, that is awesome. I mean, it doesn't come off as vain or, self-centered or anything like that. It's really, really helpful. So, and it's fun. So anyway, so thanks for your time. I hope that you're having a great lunch and you better get back to work. So I will see you. I assume we'll do it next Monday. But I will make an announcement pretty soon. I gotta check all my calendar stuff. I got a lot coming up. As the holidays approach, things just get busier and busier. But so far, the Monday thing has been working out pretty well. So thank you so much. Have a great day. That's it. Bye.